Well, this guy, he's unpacked. When he gets on the mound, he's ready to go. Good to see him here at Braves Fest, as we're proud to be joined here on the Fan 680 93.7 FM by Braves pitcher Pierce Johnson joining us. And, man, look at the beard. Look at the hair. When the hair and the hat and the beard all work out, you're a guy that takes pride in how he looks before he comes outside.
I mean, I appreciate that. I think my wife might say I look like a hippie every once in a while, but outside of that, I really appreciate that comment.
How you feeling when you shut things down, when the season is over? What's your routine, and then how do you get yourself ramped up before it's time for you guys to report to spring training?
Yeah, get home for the off season, definitely take a break. Don't do much. Try golf and, hike, do all the fun things. But outside of that, crunch time came pretty quick, so I took like a week or two off, and then hitting the weights, throwing baseballs, and feel like I'm in a great place right now. Can't wait to get down to Florida for some warm weather and get things rolling.
What's the mentality like coming out of a bullpen? You never know on a day-to-day basis, are you going to be used or not? You never know what's going on. How do you keep yourself mentally sharp sitting out there, third, fourth inning? You guys might have a 3-0 lead, 5-0 lead, whatever it is, to know mentally you may come in a leverage situation later on.
Red Bull. A lot of Red Bull. No, it's every day, you get prepared, and the more you're prepared, I think you just have more confidence going out there. And like you said, you only know when the phone rings. So,
right.
We have a really good job of communicating of, hey, this is going to be your window, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be. And they did a great job communicating, and all of us are just, prepared and ready to go when our name's called.
Take us back to the deadline last year. You come over from a team that, I'm not saying you're going through the motions in Colorado, but there's not a whole lot of expectations. You walk through the door here. There's 41,000 people a night. You see the crowd on a rainy Saturday for Chop Fest, and you come in here and you have such a big impact on this bullpen. What was that mentality like coming into a team and an organization that had these kind of goals and expectations, not only for last year, but for the foreseeable future as well?
Yeah, honestly, getting traded over here, the second I walked into the locker room, the atmosphere was just different, right? And it's just the winning atmosphere. Everybody's just, there's that sense of urgency, right? And you just show up and you feel it every single day. And the fact that they traded for me, that's a humbling experience going from last place to first place overnight. And I have nothing bad to say about Colorado. I loved it, had a great time. It was home, but at the same time, getting to come here and join this team, gosh, it was unbelievable, and being able to be a guy that they relied on just meant that much more.
And let's be honest, you're not going to – look, Coors Field's a great place, but it's like pitching on the moon.
Yes.
Let's call it what it is.
Yes, I gave up a couple balls that were hit at about Mach 1, I don't think they've landed yet, so let's try and avoid those as much as possible.
Braves pitcher Pierce Johnson joining us here on the Fan 680 93.7 FM. In different sports, there are different tiers of leadership to some degree. If you're in football, the veteran, that's the linebacker, might be the leader. The quarterback might be the guy on the offense. How does it work with you guys, in the bullpen, from the starting pitchers to the guys that are position players, when you spend different amounts of times in ball games during different situations with different parts of the roster and your teammates?
Honestly, it's kind of like you give 3 different teams in one, right? You get the starting pitchers, you get the relief pitchers, and you get position players. Mm-hmm. We had such a really good veteran crew last year that we didn't really need leadership. Everybody kind of just led by example and just, had the routine. They followed it. And, I didn't see anybody have to police anybody because everybody was so prepared and so just good at their job that you never had to worry about anybody. It was just kind of like we're showing up and everybody's doing their job that day.
Every team has, I don't want to say clowns, but guys that are the fun people in the locker room. And watching you guys, it seems like you got about 40 of them on a 26-man roster. Who are some of the people that are the characters that you can count on every day to get a good laugh out of, maybe doing some of the pranks, maybe doing things to keep you guys loose in the clubhouse?
I might have to say myself on that one, on my dumb dad jokes and everything. That's a good question. There's a lot of us, honestly, and I think every day is something different. Like, Travi's really funny, but he's quiet about it. Chuck loves the dad jokes just like I do. So I just think it's kind of distributed amongst everybody. Everybody's got their own funny side, but I think I might bring the dumb jokes.
What about your coaches when the phone rings and you get, my God, man, get in there?
Well, thankfully I don't answer the phone because I'd be in trouble for how much shenanigans I talk. But, yeah, we got some really good dudes down there.
Hey, listen, there's a time and a place for a dad joke. I have 2 kids of my own. I totally get where there's always room for those. You got to pick and choose your spots sometimes. But bullpens are a really interesting spot. Take the fans sort of behind the curtain because you guys spend so much time together down there.
Yeah.
Some nights you're just sitting around watching a game like everybody else. Other nights, like you said, there's a plan I might get in tonight. What is that camaraderie like, and how quick do you form a bond with your teammates sitting out there every night?
Immediately, because we spend so much time together, and you really can't go anywhere, right? I mean, we almost feel like zoo animals in a cage. You just kind of sit down there.
Kind of like a radio show.
Yeah, so, I mean, you really do get to know everybody on a personal level because you're spending so much quality time, and it just becomes a really tight-knit crew. I mean, we might be the land of misfit toys down there,
Right.
but at the same time, it's just you get to know each other and personally just, get really good friendships.
You guys like to prepare, go out and win, and get to the next set of goals that you have to achieve. Fans like narratives and storylines throughout the course of the season. Just your thoughts on what's been brewing. We haven't liked the way it's gone with the Phillies and the opportunity for a rivalry. We're already in the same division, but what's happened in the postseason, does that translate at all to you guys on the team, or is it just, whoever we are in front of in the postseason, that's who we have to beat?
I mean, honestly, I think it fuels the fire for the offseason for sure. But when it comes to 162, right, I mean, you see that team now only 4 times as opposed to 6. I don't think I mean, obviously it's a rivalry, but I don't think it's as big as people make it out to be. I think we just got to go out every single day, do your job, be prepared, and, let the cards fall where they may, because I really like the team we got right now. I mean, everybody's talking about the Dodgers and what that is, but I mean, for what we did last year, and then you add Chris Sale, I think our bullpen is devastating, and that hasn't been talked about very much. I'm just super excited for what this season's got. Glad to be a part of it.
How happy was everybody for Ronald Acuna Jr.? He blew out the knee, came back, went all the way right, but when he got all the way right, it was something for the ages.
It's incredible, right? Every single day he shows up, and it's something electric, right? I mean, he hits the ball, like I said earlier, Mach 1. The ball he hit in L.A. was crazy. But every single time he comes up to bat, he's hitting the ball hard. He's disrupting the base path. He's doing, great stuff defensively. And just everything he does collectively is just so much fun to watch every single day, and I don't think fans understand that. He's one of a kind, and we get to watch it every single day.
Now, I see your shoe game is right. You got the J's on.
Yeah, he's straight now.
I'm a shoe guy myself. Now, are you a big shoe guy, or is it just kind of whatever
Huge
you put?
Shoe guy.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
My wife hates me for it.
I get the same thing. She's like, really? There's another pair coming? Yeah, maybe 3 more.
Yeah, just don't look at all the boxes coming to the front door, all right?
Exactly.
I won't say anything about Amazon. You don't say anything about my shoes, all right?
It's the give and take, absolutely.
Well, we thank you for your time. This is fantastic. All of you guys really go out of your way. It's just part of the culture with the Braves and Braves country, and we appreciate everything that you're going to be doing today. The fans certainly appreciate it, and we appreciate all the times you guys give us when we get a chance to talk to you here on The Fan. We look forward to catching up with you at spring training and when the season gets started, Pierce.
Can't wait. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Pierce Johnson joining us here on The Fan, 680, 93.7 FM.